Welcome to Nerdaties. Bitches.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, no topic absurd. No statement too asinine. Nerdities. Are we all together now?
Yeah.
All on the same page. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
Good.
Joe.
That's great. How's everybody feeling this evening?
A little hyper.
Yeah, you look it. You had a lot of jelly beans today.
I have.
You're like that kid in Iron Man 3. Can you
Speaking
still
of
see
jelly
straight?
beans,
Oh, you want to get into it? Yeah, now's a good time to get into your little tirade, your jelly bean tirade.
all right. Now, I'm a big jelly bean fan. I eat jelly beans year round.
Jelly bean supporter.
Okay.
Your jelly bean stan.
Yeah. Jelly Belly,
Whatever the
number
fuck
one.
that means.
Right.
Kind of crazy that jelly beans aren't just an Easter thing anymore.
It's true.
But Easter comes, and like all these crazy ass jelly beans come out, like Skittles jelly beans.
Mm-hmm.
Starburst jelly beans.
Well,
I saw Warhead jelly beans today for the
I thought I was.
Yeah, you
I
froze
was alone
there.
right? You froze like crazy right there.
It's weird. I'm not freezing, and you guys aren't freezing on me. So
That's weird. Yeah, because you said Skittles jelly beans and then
I saw
Yeah, then you
Warheads.
Warhead.
did like puckered butthole face. You're stuck like that.
Yeah, you look like Tom when he drank that lie in the cartoon. Anybody remember
But,
that Tom Jerry? Yeah,
But like, I can't find small, like medium-sized bags of Jelly Bellies anywhere.
Medium size?
Like the
Wait.
same size bag you've been eating. I can't find them at all
Oh,
during Easter. Anyway,
Yeah, because I'm thinking about it. I was at Lidl where I got these, and they have this, not like the super, not like the snack size, but like the bag was definitely smaller than this of Jelly Bellies. It would have probably been like to like there.
it's like maybe 2/3 of the size.
Yeah.
Right. I want that size bag, which you can normally find year-round,
Yeah, like Walmart.
except for fucking Easter. Not at Walmart, not at Target, not at ShopRite.
Now, do they pull them in favor of the bag with the little bags full of them? Maybe have you noticed that?
No, I can't find Jelly Belly anywhere.
Maybe this time of year they back off a bit and they're like, yeah, let everybody else play. We got all year long.
But
Let them
like,
have fun right now, which makes no sense.
yeah,
I find the snack size ones, or I can find it like Costco and BJ's.
oh
So,
yeah,
like,
the big
big
fucker.
ass. But I don't want all that.
Now, how many flavors were like a 40? It's like I know it's a random number with the flavors.
46.
Yeah, 46.
So odd.
It is, but
All good flavors, or is it another one of those Bean Boozle kind of deals?
No, it's not Bean Boozled. It's all good.
it's all random. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like you're not gonna like walk into puke randomly. Or, like,
No, no,
fucking
no.
old socks.
No, it's all your regular, Dr. Pepper, A&W.
Watermelon, tutti frutti.
But even that's kind of. I don't know if I'd want a handful of all those flavors together, like watermelon and lemon, and
You eat one at a time, man.
get all OCD and separate them.
Justin, I am going on a hunt now for those Jelly Bellies.
Fucking annoying. Because we usually have two types of jelly beans out for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
We picked up the Nerds jelly beans because the wife is a big fan.
Fucker.
Well,
Dude, even Amazon. Wait. I found 2 pounds. No, that's not. That's still a lot.
and I wanted a bag of Jelly Bellies
49 flavors.
because I was like, well, I could get Warheads, but no one's gonna fucking eat them except for like me, Mike, and James.
Yeah, I get all over that.
Oh yeah, me too. So that's 16 flavors. That's a small one. That's a pound.
And then you put out like Clausen pickle flavor ones, and I like pickle. But stay out of jelly beans, asshole.
Dude, I'm going to jellybelly.com.
Do you have more of a Jelly Belly rant? You have more of a bean rant? Or you think
No,
you
that's pretty-
satiated yourself?
That's pretty much it.
I
Could we have a
enjoy
rest-
Jelly Bellies.
The fucking Dunkin' Donuts Jelly Belly or jelly beans.
They're getting into everything.
Stay in your fucking lane. It's all gonna taste like coffee anyway.
Yeah, they don't have a lane anymore. They believe they own. They threw out the line. The world runs on Dunkin'. Blah 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 runs. No, it doesn't, motherfucker. It actually gets slowed down because people feel the need to pull into your fucking parking lot and hang out into the road because they need to get their Dunkin' in the morning. Doesn't run. It clogs up everything.
In all honesty, Dunkin' Donut coffees kind of sucks now.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Never been a coffee guy.
It all sucks. Their donuts suck.
They do suck.
Everything sucks.
Unless Dunkin' Donuts wants to sponsor Nerdities, then I fucking love Dunkin' Donuts.
Fuck Dunkin' Donuts.
Listen,
rather
I don't
take
want
Krispy
them. I don't want them as a sponsor, unless of course they want to sponsor. Then of course I'll take them.
Listen,
We're at Tim Hortons' house here, motherfucker.
Dude,
That's
I
right.
love Tim Hortons.
I never even had it.
give me
Oh.
some fucking Timbits.
Dude, Tim Hortons
Ah.
coffee is one of my favorites. Like, if I'm gonna get like a non-specialty coffee and get like a coffee shop coffee, it's gonna be Tim Hortons.
Listen, I'm all about buying Canadian.
you ever been to a Tim Hortons?
I
Yeah,
think
bro.
Tim Hortons is actually owned by an American company. It's just prevalent in Canada.
They're
Nice.
it's different.
Woo!
No,
Number
it's
one.
it's different. A Canadian Tim Hortons and an American Tim Hortons are so different.
Yeah, they're metric.
The Canadian one is, I don't know, it's so much better.
Oh, is it, Joe?
It is.
it better?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, Canada is awesome. I love Canada. I can't wait to go back to Canada. We had such
Yeah.
a great time.
Sounds cold and rocky.
It was cold and we saw Santa Claus. He spoke French. It was great.
Okay. All right. I've had enough.
Ate caribou. Dude, caribou actually was pretty good. It tasted like steak.
Yeah.
And
It's not far off.
we went sleigh riding at a castle. Like, Canada is awesome.
All right. Well, you just named a bunch of cool shit. You could do it anywhere.
You can't
I would
sleigh
really
ride at a
Canada.
castle here. Where's their castle besides
Castle
Disney?
Park.
Michael,
Yes.
Castle Park.
we're by Restaurant Brands International, which is a Canadian-American multinational fast food holding company.
Okay.
They
So they're
hold
gonna have to
the-
decide soon.
They hold the brands of Tim Hortons, Burger King, Popeyes, and Firehouse subs.
Oh, they bought up Firehouse. I thought that was an indie brand.
Yeah, I did too.
That's going to be awkward when they have to make the choice of whether. Could you imagine America losing Popeyes, Burger King, and Firehouse subs?
Well, I give a shit. I give two shits about Burger King.
I can imagine us losing Burger King. Yeah, because they apparently Canada still bows to the Queen or the King for some reason. They didn't get rid of that like us.
I
So
will.
let them have royalty.
Well, we might go back. I think it's a good idea, is what I heard.
That's what I heard.
I like Burger King's burgers, man.
I was always a Burger King guy.
I haven't had Burger King.
I was too.
I can't.
If you give me the option of a burger cooked over an open flame over a flat top, I'll take the open flame burger anytime.
Yeah.
I feel like you lose so much juice.
The juice is good.
Yeah, but McDonald's isn't even really meat, though. Burger King's is more of the not meat, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I haven't had a fast food burger since I was a little kid. Since I got to the point where I was like, you were able to choose what I was able to choose what I wanted. I'd never had a burger from those places. It was always Nuggies.
Nuggies. Jelly Belly makes Krispy Kreme freaking
Oh yeah.
jelly bean. Sorry, I've been going down to this jelly bean thing.
From time to time, I will indulge in a Wendy's burger.
I do enjoy Wendy's
Oh
burgers.
yeah. I don't count that. Baconator rules.
Oh,
That's an
yeah.
actual burger.
Wendy's is solid, and there's always room for White Castle.
I've only ever had their chicken ring sandwich.
That is a guilty pleasure of mine. I freaking love those.
I'll die if I eat that shit.
Oh, my stomach hates me afterwards.
Yeah.
See? Now, White Castle never has, even to this day, given me the shits like other people get.
Dude, lucky.
What?
Lucky.
Yeah.
You never went ham on a crave case and then shit your pants?
Never got the drizzlings because of too many caramelized onions
Ran the train on a crave case with Kyle.
in a
No.
movie theater. Wait, no, that was Matt.
He ate the other half of that.
Oh. You remember?
Still blows my mind.
We would do the White Castle eating at the restaurant.
We did it at Marchioni's.
Yeah, we would do that, and oof. Oh, my
And then
son
hate yourself
Yeah.
the next day. Yeah, good for you.
just hated me afterwards. But putting back just cheeseburger after cheeseburger after cheeseburger.
Were you there the day we made the White Castle pizza?
No,
Oh, you weren't there for that?
no, I wasn't there for a White Castle pizza.
Dude, Mato and I, we did a stuffed pizza,
Mm-hmm.
so the double dough, and we stuffed it with the fucking sliders.
Oh my
And then
Wondering what the structure was of this.
god.
yeah, so it's bottom crust, right? No sauce, layered in the burger. Then we fucking threw extra cheese on top, put the top crust on, crimped that bitch, and then hit it with garlic oil.
Oh my god.
Now, by layering in the burgers, was there any space between them? Did you put them on like pepperoni, you'd say, or was it like shoulder to shoulder?
There was a little space because we wanted pockets of cheese to happen.
I like that.
Oh
That's
my
smart.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
That's
can't make
crazy.
that too dense. You can't make
Uh,
it too dense or it won't
was-
cook right.
Fucking great.
It has to be.
D thinks that he had a heart attack the other day.
What?
Yeah, he's just like, I think I had a heart attack. That's what D told me. And she's like, did you go to the hospital? Mono. No.
That's an American right there.
That's well, I heard he went crazy on the top ramen and probably had like a sodium attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, too much sodium will lock you up.
Yeah.
yeah, it'll fuck you up pretty hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my left hand for 5 minutes one time after I ate Tostitos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I read every fucking label of everything.
Yeah, I tried not to do the top ramen. Just that is pure
Try to limit-
sodium. Yeah.
Try to limit my candy and ice cream intake to on the weekend only. It's killing me right now because we got a pint of the Eggo waffle ice cream.
Oh shit. Ooh,
Is
that's
that wild? Found it today.
oh.
We're like, well, we're gonna have to put that on TikTok this weekend.
Speaking of random foods, was anybody successful in these Pop Tarts? Because I haven't been.
I've checked twice.
So I went to one of our local Walmarts and they had the spot. All gone.
I'm back on the app and they're still out.
I checked Target and Brick, nothing. I checked Stop and Shop and Brick, nothing.
Yeah.
Not even a spot for them. Maybe I'll go to the Brick Walmart and see if they got.
Had the spot for
Yeah.
the Thin Mint at least.
Do want to try them?
Yeah.
All about that.
Just try.
We got a delayed rest in peace that I believe needs to be talked about. On March 11th, Clive Revel passed away. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you probably don't know who that is off the top of your head. He did the voice of Alfred in Batman the Animated Series for 3 episodes. So he was the fill-in Alfred. You're like, all right, that's nice or whatever. He also did the original voice of Emperor Palpatine.
Yes.
And you'd be like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. But the man has got decades of nerd bona fides. He was Jetfire in Revenge of the Fallen. All right, I'm starting really limp here. He was Doctor Doom in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Ooh, fucking love Ultimate Alliance, bro.
Dude,
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game.
He was the narrator in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Oh, what other stuff?
Stop right there.
Yeah, he was on the. I did one episode of the Godzilla animated series. I'm not gonna say it. Did an episode of Johnny Bravo. He was on Freakazoid for 3 episodes.
Freakazoid.
Touched by an Angel. Did multiple Star Wars animated voiceovers. Lois and Clark. He was in Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Awesome.
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. So apparently
Wait,
he was close with Mel.
who was he in Men in Tights?
Where did that? He was the fire marshal.
Oh,
don't
in the
remember.
beginning.
Okay.
In the yeah.
What
Okay.
in the scene in the Middle East?
No, the fire marshal when they're burning
In the
down the village, and then there's hey, every time there's a Robin Hood movie, why do they always
Okay.
burn our village?
Yeah. Joe's gonna get a boner right now. He was in the Next Generation episode, Cupid,
Ah,
as Sir Guy of Gisborne.
those were
I'm
that
sorry,
was a
you
great
pronounced
one.
it wrong. Gisborne.
Yes, Guy of Gisborne right now.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures did 13 episodes on that animated series. Just decades. It did an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents in '85. The guy fucking did an episode of DuckTales. He was Shedlock Jones on DuckTales.
What?
Yes. Mighty Mouse, the new Gidget. Guy was all over the place. 94 years old. MacGyver episode. Just like,
Speaking of DuckTales, so the wife got something from the Disney store, shipped,
Mm-hmm.
and it came with a pack of Lorcana cards.
ooh,
There's some pretty cool ones in it.
I have yet to play that game. I have the box. I think it's sitting at Uncle Doug's house still. I have to go grab it, but I really want to play that. I'll probably bring it. Maybe I'll bring it with me this weekend and see if we can do a game of it.
Yeah, so it's cool. A deep pull fucking characters in that thing.
Mhm.
I think the fucking mechanic from Tailspin's one of the cards we got.
Oh, wow, I can't remember. He was a cougar or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or a
Oh,
Yeah.
lion?
Yeah,
oh my god, what the hell was his name?
I don't remember.
I could picture him.
we
Yeah.
got Gizmo Duck's suit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Blatherskite.
yeah.
All right, though. Clive Revel, 94 years old. 94 years of existence. So we'll give him his 5 seconds now and doff our hat to the man. I'd say we hardly knew ye, but we knew ye from a lot of things, sir. All due respect. Thank you for your time. Let's get it back up and going.
All right.
Casting.
Casting.
Here was a bit of casting that, even though I'm not much of a Potter guy, I'm kind of Potter neutral. This one put a big smile on my face. Rumor mills are churning that Hagrid might be played by Nick Frost.
I like this.
Couldn't be more perfect. Absolutely. Please make it happen. Needs to happen.
It's a good fucking pull.
It's an excellent pull as far as I'm concerned. It has been confirmed, not as much casting, and more of a confirmation. Nathan Fillion will be in the Lantern show. I kind of hope they do something about his hair, though. Something about the tone of this show, it seems like it'll clash. I hope they just tighten it up a little bit. We got the whole bowl cut once. Let's make it a bit more
Yeah, I mean, he changed styles in the book.
constantly.
It's pretty different now.
Yeah. As far as I know right now, it's kind of long. Or it's back to more of a crew cut with a little bit of bangs, like a Caesar.
Yeah.
So Nathan Fillion with a ginger Caesar would look pretty good. And the only other casting I have is that one that pre-show I told you guys someone's going to say, no shit. Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves will be mounting a performance of Waiting for Godot on Broadway.
What's that?
Yeah.
What?
Waiting for Godot is a Samuel Beckett story from 1952, which I think it was originally as a book and is converted into a play, where two men wait on a park bench together and tell each other stories and do tricks to impress each other and just pass time waiting for someone named Godot. Spoiler, though, Godot never shows up. That's not the point of the story, though. It's two men talking about their lives and life in general. Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and Ted Theodore Logan, not Theodore Ted Logan, Ted Theodore Logan, will be Vladimir and Estragon from Waiting for Godot.
It's fucking cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I've never wanted to see a Broadway play before so much. I've never actually wanted to see a Broadway play. Book of Mormon. I kind of want to see Book of Mormon.
Yeah, I do too.
This, I'm gonna look into tickets on this thing.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That is pretty awesome.
Crazy. That's all I got though.
Right.
Later when we got
Joe, do you want to do it?
I do.
Go ahead.
All right. So yesterday, Sam Mendes brought up his cast for the 4 Beatles for his 4 Beatles movies. Not one movie.
All right. Anyway,
4 movies that are going to open in April of 2028.
Joe, just do the fucking casting, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying. Harris Dickinson will be playing John Lennon. He played Prince Philip in Maleficent. Paul Mescal, you guys know him from Gladiator 2, is going to be Paul McCartney. Barry Keoghan is going to be Ringo, and Joseph Quinn, coming off of Fantastic Four, is going to be George Harrison.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. So Druig's gonna be Ringo.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm's gonna be George Harrison.
Yeah.
And I don't know the 2 other guys.
The guy is the guy with Paul McCartney. He's the main character in Gladiator 2.
Okay.
That's really the only thing I see him in. The guy who plays John Lennon's got a bigger cast list.
So he's just producing these, right? He's not directing them?
Mendes?
Yeah.
No, he's directing them.
Okay, because IMDb's being really weird these days. I'll put in a name, go into their filmography, and the first thing that'll come up is producer. Like, I give a shit.
Yeah, he's directing all 4 of them. It's weird, like, how he's doing it, because each movie is going to be told by their perspective, but there's no detail on, like, the time frame or anything like that that these movies will be taking place.
And it's listing them as untitled Paul McCartney biopic, untitled John, untitled Ringo, and then just George.
Yeah, because if he does the George one right, I really would like to see it kind of Monty Python-esque, because that would have been his sense of humor.
Not gonna get that.
I
see a lot of consistency with all these.
I know, which is sad, because the George Harrison one should be.
Lennon had a weird sense of humor too.
Lennon was really messed up, and like he had a traumatic growing up.
Yeah, he traumatized his own kids too. What were you gonna say, Justin?
Did they pull the bullshit that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck did in that fucking Night movie, where they tell just the same fucking story 4 different ways? I could be really fucking pissed.
I hope it's not like that, because I'd like to see like Mendes take an era for each movie and tell that point of view. You're gonna point of view of each Beatle from that specific era.
That's a way to go with it, but I think it limits their stories. It's like, all right, which one of them deserves the 80s? Well, obviously, not Lennon.
Yeah, I'd go from 61 to, I don't know, 64 for one of them.
You just film a whole bunch of shit with all of them. Film the whole story that you have and edit it down to each of their perspectives for their movies. See, that's the only way I could see them doing this. You're not filming one movie and then like, all right, everybody come back for this next one. In a lot of ways, this is a bigger undertaking than something like Endgame.
It's pretty big. I hope he pulls it off. Mendes is a great director.
He'll pull it off. Dude's got skill.
Yeah.
Any other casting besides the big casting?
Yeah. They're rebooting Darkwing Duck.
No, yeah, I heard about this one.
And
keeping the important part.
They are. Jim Cummings coming back. Playing our man Darkwing.
Kind of after they.
What are you booing?
Make something new.
He's the terror that flaps in the night.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new DuckTales they did?
No.
Oh, it's great.
It's really good. It's one of those occasions where like they take something that you loved and it's done by people that watched it. They're the same age as us. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what if we could just make it like meatier and tell a bigger story? And they succeed at it. And you're just like, this is what they should do all the time when they do this stuff.
If they do it that way, fine. I still hold the sentiment, make something new, but that's fine.
Listen, I agree with you, but as long as they set out to make something like just to improve upon it, I'm fine. Don't remake it just for remake's sake.
Right.
But yeah, that new DuckTales is fucking sweet.
The Mighty Ducks show should have never been canceled, and they should reboot that. How about that?
I don't disagree with you.
Fine.
And the last bit of casting I have before like the biggest story, but we'll get to that later, I guess. The Bradley Coopers. He's playing Papa Superman.
Mm-hmm. Jor of L.
Yeah.
Jor the.
Does he do a British accent, or is he Bradley Cooper?
I hope Jor-El has a Philadelphian accent.
I don't, I don't care if he puts on I don't want him to put on a British accent. Like Brando didn't. Brando was Brando.
Brando just did a weird accent.
He was
Yeah.
Brando.
Brando, at that stage of his career, though, he would have fucking took a shit in a box and said, "I acted."
I would prefer if he didn't, because I'm tired of every alien race that's humanoid outside of our planet happens to speak with a British accent.
Except Rocket.
I'm kind of hoping he does Rocket.
give that like kind of New York.
Yeah, Joe Pesci is Jor-El.
Give me Philly Bradley Cooper.
Come on, Kal-El, come on, what's going on? Let's go. We got to send our son to Earth. What's going on? It's gonna explode, hon. Go send down Delco country, hon. Let's go.
Water.
Let's get him water. Hope he splashes down in the water. Hopefully not in a big field of corn. Oh no, that field's full of corn, son. You didn't want to do that, hon.
Hoagie.
Gotta get a hoagie. Gotta feed him right. Get him full up on hoagies. Get some scrapple for him. He'll be good. Don't worry. Dude, your mother-in-law and her friend were over on Saturday for about 15-20 minutes. Felt like an hour or two.
Sunday, a very unwanted 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, and anytime, like, they were both talking, and they both have that Southwest Jersey accent.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't intentionally seclude myself. I was like, oh, I got to look up something. So I went over in the corner. I was like, oh, I got to listen to something. And I put in an AirPod. I'm like, wow, it looks like I'm completely fucking off from this conversation.
I was so you for leaving me in the fucking kitchen. I was so mad.
You could have come over and, like, pretended you had to talk about something.
I was like, this fucking asshole. Well,
But they tried to suck me in.
We were pissed at her.
Yeah.
Because she does that all the time. We don't care if someone is coming with her, but, like, fucking tell us. Be like, oh, are you busy? So-and-so's with me. Be like, yeah, no problem. Like, we could have been like, I would have stopped doing what I was doing so that we could have talked to this person who clearly was talking business with us. We had a fun interaction about the pool yesterday. She's like, oh, I called this pool guy. He's coming out on Wednesday. And I'm like, why'd you call the pool guy? I'm like, how are we paying for this? I don't have the money to fix the fucking pool right now. Pool needs a new liner, guys. Mike knows. He's here often. But,
I've seen it refilling.
Yeah.
A couple years now.
Yeah. So, like, it needs the liner. It's completely fried. So she's like, well, like, I have a laundry list of things that have to get done before I put money into the pool. So then she's like, well, Amanda's going to help pay. I'm like, Amanda doesn't want to pay the bills. That was a fun interaction last night. We'll get to that in a second. So it breaks down to where we're going to split it 3 ways. It only came out to $800 for the guy to come do all of it. Okay, great. Fine. It's, split evenly. Super affordable then. Because she's like, well, you guys are the tenants and the house is mine, so I'm responsible for fixing things. And in my head, I'm like, oh, now you're responsible? After I've sunk thousands of dollars into the house to fix things? Now you want to play? Okay. All right. So then last night, Amanda comes home, and I'm like, listen, we need to talk. She goes, oh, okay. I'm like, you need to start paying more money to stay here. I'm like, I had to upgrade the internet because I need to use it for work. And when you're home, you're always on the computer playing. I'm like, and that lags the internet on one side of the house or the other. So we went from paying like $80 to $140.
What
Just
did you get?
2,000 megabytes, the highest.
Wait, you got 2
offers.
gigabit?
It's the highest Xfinity offers. I need it.
But that's okay. Make sure you're not bottlenecked somewhere, that you're actually getting that.
No, I am. Trust me. I run the diagnostics on the router and the
Okay.
network constantly.
All right, good. Good.
Because of doing the travel agent stuff. Like, I'm taking Zoom calls. I'm all over the fucking place. So yeah. So I'm like, and then, the water is about to go up because the sprinklers are going back on, and then we're gonna have to fill the pool. She's like, well, I'm not even here that much in the summer, and I was like, yeah, but you're still here, right? She goes, yeah. I was like, and during the summer, don't you take like 3 fucking showers a day? Because you gotta take one before you go to the beach, after you come from the beach, and then at night. She goes, well, yeah. And I was like, and aren't your showers like 20 fucking minutes long? They're not that long. Are they more than 5 minutes? Yeah.
Well, anything more than one shower in a day seems kind of fucking excessive.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to the beach, you don't need to shower. You're about to go in the water.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, we're going to need more money. And then she was about to say something. I'm like, this isn't even a fucking discussion. That's what I'm telling you. I go, you said you were out in a year. A year is next week. Now you're telling me you're not even starting to look until the fucking fall or winter. So, pay up.
So that's personal drama.
It wasn't even drama, bro. Glasses came down like this, and I said,
Aren't they a great tool? Now you can use it to look more serious.
let me tell you something.
All right. That's all the casting? Except for the big casting?
Except for the big story.
The Mondo.
Mm-hmm.
Mondo.
Trailers, we only have 2 that we know of. Karate Kid Legends, some more.
I like that they actually dropped a bit of the story now.
Yeah.
You see the kid's motivation. You see, I totally didn't know Ming Na Wen's in it. I might have known it, but totally forgot about it, and that makes everything better.
I was like, oh, Ming Na's the mom from Turning Red.
Yes, basically.
And Boy Mei Mei isn't allowed to do karates.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to be brought into the karates because New York.
Yeah.
And then Jackie Chan's all like, what other student did I have? Nope.
I got the kid. Oh, he lives out in L.A. I don't know.
No. And he's like, help me teach. Hey, white boy, help me teach this other Asian karate. That's where it falls flat on its fucking face for me.
Yeah.
It's Jackie Chan's teaching Kung Fu. Daniel's going to teach karate.
The kid already knows Kung Fu, apparently. Apparently, he's been well-trained in Kung Fu. It's like, all right, he needs to broaden his repertoire. So let's go to a guy who, let's admit it, has some of the worst karate technique you've ever seen.
Hey,
40 years later.
I loved Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai was great.
Yeah, it's great.
Johnny Lawrence?
What was that?
Why don't they just find Johnny? Fucking Chosen's around there.
Yeah, Chosen's way better. Why wouldn't you go with Chosen?
No. Well, did you finish Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Chosen went back to what's her name in China.
Oh, he left? I'm still behind on that.
Yeah, but go find him.
Yeah, then go to China. That's a lot closer than LA, than California.
LA.
LA. You know where they have the best karate? LA.
I miss that show.
Yeah. If they spend enough time giving you reasons why Daniel's the only person that could help center this kid and do a good job of it, all right, cool. Because he was Miyagi's best student.
Yeah,
Yes.
He learned a lot about
but it's
poise.
still like the whole thing about it makes me laugh.
What, the white savior
Hey,
complex? I don't know what you're
hey,
talking about.
I'm stoked to see.
Fuck American cinema.
What is it, Mr. I didn't watch the last Karate Kid movie. I had no desire to watch that one.
Oh, Mr. Han, the Jaden?
Yeah.
It was all right. The kid put in the effort. It was in a lot of ways a rip off of the original one, except they.
Not playing the same guy though, right?
I believe he
Yeah,
is.
he's Mr. Han.
Mr. Han.
Yeah.
It was basically an amplified version of the Miyagi story. Instead of him getting drunk every once in a while on like holidays and specific anniversaries, the guy was just a complete souse who needed a young kid. Who needed, instead of the white savior this time, it was the black savior to bring him back to his skill level to train the black savior. It was all right. It wasn't as good as it could have been. But yeah, I'll check this out when it comes on probably Netflix.
I would have preferred it instead of Daniel LaRusso. They just put in Owen Wilson.
Oh. I don't get that.
Somebody.
What? Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson did all those like
Okay. All right.
Shanghai
Yeah.
Noon.
Yeah.
Come the
Those are
fuck
good
on,
movies.
guys. Those are great movies.
All right.
They might come out with a third. They've
Yeah.
been kicking that idea around for like 20 years.
And the first one was fun, but like Shanghai European Vacation, I don't know.
That was what's his face is one of his first movies, Craven.
Yeah, that was young Quicksilver. He was
Yeah.
pretty kick-ass in it.
Yeah.
Hey.
The other trailer this week, Bring Her Back. It's don't show much other than the mood, and the mood looks creepy. From the
It's
director
like-
of that Talk to Me movie, which was that one, the one with the hand that was.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
dropped on Netflix.
Okay, I'm kind of interested in that one.
It's close to getting her to watch it.
Yeah, but you watched something else, huh?
No. I said she was close to getting me to watch Craven the second time.
Okay,
I said I got paid to watch this once.
all right.
Paid.
There wasn't enough.
Keyword. I got paid to watch Craven one time.
One time.
I got paid to watch it and then edit a bunch of reviews about it. And that was enough. You know what I'm not craving? Any more of that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or any more of the Sony universe.
Let's move along from that one. Reviews are pretty sparse for me this week. I only have the big one.
I got a couple. Mostly shit.
I got a couple.
I think I just watched the big one.
I have a game review, but it has to do with the PS Plus games that dropped this month. So I was going to sequester it for a little later.
Vinny, what'd you watch?
I started Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso's great.
I'm on the second season. It is good.
It is great.
Jamie Todd, Roy Kent. Good show.
I've never seen that show, and I knew that's the character you'd fall in love with.
Which one?
The crazy guy?
Roy Kent?
Is he the one who played Hercules?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking knew
No,
it.
he's great. And the other guy, like the all-star athlete, he's funny too. He's just like, he thinks Ted Lasso's like trying to fuck with him and play mind games. He's just being a genuine nice guy. He's like, give me a fucking love letter.
He is excellent in that show though.
Yeah. New Sudeikis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they popped the announcement like last week that they were doing season 4 and it's going to be with the women's team and they're going to go back to recruit him to do the women's team, I'm like, oh, I just canceled my fucking Apple TV and now I'm going to have to do a free trial again when that season 4 drops.
I hope they name him the Shamrockettes.
That'd be a good name.
Better Kenny joke. That's right.
I gotcha.
There we go.
I also inadvertently watched Ace Ventura Jr.
Why?
I didn't respond to that when you put it in the fucking group. I just couldn't.
I
When they premiered that air quotes movie
Yeah.
on Cartoon Network about 2 decades ago.
2009.
Yeah. I watched it
You
It's
did?
so bad, but it's so good because of how bad it is.
I would rather watch Son of the Mask.
He
Whoa.
reminds me of Jack Black and the fucking Josh from Drake and Josh.
That's hurtful to both people.
Well, you just watch one scene and you'll see it. Like he kind of tries to act like Ace Ventura, but he never ever hits it. I would like to know whose nephew this kid is
He tries. There's all the trying.
because there is no way he auditioned and they go, you know what, this is Ace Ventura, this chubby kid
This chubby
that
shit.
that like loves animals. So like there's one scene where like he grabs a churro to like thwart a mousetrap and he bites it off like he's gonna do a grenade thing and he spits out the churro. Now this isn't a fat joke, but by no means is he spitting out that churro. He's eating it.
Yeah.
Better not.
Yet none of this makes sense. 6'3", skinny ass Jim Carrey, and his progeny is this thick. I'm gonna say thick.
Thick boy.
11-year-old.
Yeah. Dude, it's so Nickelodeon. It's like Nickelodeon slash like Disney movies back in like '99.
My dude is 30 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, from Ridgewood, New Jersey.
I'm trying to like,
Whatchamacallit.
Yeah. Ace from Redwood.
It's so bad. Oh my god, dude! He wakes up one morning and he just has the Ace Ventura hair, and he tries to hide it from his mom.
He's in
And she's
all
like,
he's in all
"Oh,
the
dude, no hat to the table." And she sees it and she goes, "Oh my god, you got it too."
Oh, okay. He worked with Jim and Eternal Sunshine.
yeah, but he was just young bully. Like, I'm trying to see like a actual main role. I'm kind of thinking he just won the audition.
He's I hesitate to say he had to blow someone, but maybe his mom did.
Oh well, it's Hollywood. She might have had to sign him over for a night.
Mm-hmm.
One night with Diddy, 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do?
There's baby oil in his hair. That's what it was holding that.
Who knows? By the way, they could, you know what they could have done to make the movie look slightly better?
Not make
Gotten
it.
Well, not make it for one, but Ace Ventura's dad, they got some guy who also looks nothing like Jim Carrey. He doesn't bring it to like any sort of level. He just has the hair and he's just Granddad Ventura. It's so bad. Oh God. I'll tell you what though, the mom, she's Maureen Robinson in Lost in Space, the new one. She's looking good.
Granddad Ventura was Ralph Waite.
Who the fuck is that?
He played John Walton Sr. on The Waltons.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got someone from the Waltons to be in a comedy movie. They couldn't have given that role to anybody. There's so many up and coming comedians, old comedians. They could have cast Andrew Dice Clay, and it would have been fucking better.
He was in The Bodyguard. He was in Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger's lit.
Hey, do you know who the mom is related to?
Yeah, that's Ann Cusack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did not know until just now that John and Joan had more siblings.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they do.
She's Starlight's mom.
Fuck, she is.
Oh
Starlight.
yeah.
Yo, that dude, Grandpa Ventura was on Carnival. That was a
Dude.
fucked up show.
She was in A League of Their Own.
Yeah, apparently.
Who was she in that?
She was part of the team. She was one of the players.
Um.
Trying
It was
to
weird.
think.
I'm on a monk trip lately, and his first assistant on that show, she was Shirley Baker on that.
Yeah,
His
she was the
first
one who couldn't
assistant-
read.
Yeah, yeah. And the
She's a
one
good
that
actress.
that gets yelled at by Tom Hanks and starts crying was Monk's first assistant.
Yeah,
The fucking movie was stacked with talent.
that was a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of reviews all at once. Did you get to
Um,
the end of it? Did you get all the way through that thing?
No, she came home and I started watching time traveling YouTube videos,
Good.
but I did not finish it now.
Is that all your reviews?
And I'm all caught up on Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Watch the season 3 finale of Reacher. It's good. What? There's a violent as fuck fight in that last episode.
Isn't that like par for the course though?
There's usually some fights, but like this was one of the most brutal fights I've witnessed on like moving picture.
Oh.
Some shit is done. You're like, damn.
So is he gonna do Batman before he starts shooting season 4?
They're already shooting.
So
Oh.
I promise you, every time you say that, you make me that much more angry.
He's gonna be Batman. Like
He's not. There's no shot Thad Castle plays Batman. He's saying shit. He's desperate for the role. Oh, you don't even have to pay me to do the role. Stop.
Thirsty.
Knock it off.
Definitely thirsty for it. I don't know about desperate.
No, he's desperate because
enjoy licking the tears off of your face.
Is there anything that we agree with, like more than 2 of us in the group agree with at any given time? Because it just seems like there could never be more.
I don't think so.
Like certain things, like wow, that movie was great, and all of us be like, yeah, it was good. But there's always one person who's like, oh, it's my fucking favorite ever, and we all
it's
like,
stats, man.
Um,
I'm a demographic. Thad Castle will not be Bruce Wayne.
Preacher, fat. Shut the fuck up.
He's juicy. Buck guy's got bulk.
Alfred, no, I don't want to go to the party. That's all I'll hear.
We started watching The Residence on Netflix, the Shonda Rhimes whodunit murder mystery in the White House, in which Giancarlo Esposito plays a corpse. We're now almost done. So good. It's so good.
I asked you this off the show. I feel that it needs to be asked on it. Do we know if Giancarlo Esposito was a bad guy in this thing yet?
So that's the thing. He's not a bad guy. But
complicated?
It is complicated. Bronson Pinchot's on the show.
I should watch it for that reason alone.
And he's like, it's always going to be the same characters clearly in every episode, but each one gets a highlight, and he had his highlight episode, and my God, so good.
Spent most of my life thinking of him as Serge and Balky, but you can never forget True Romance. That fucking elevator scene. I just watched that a couple weeks ago. The fucking elevator scene was incredible.
Plays a fucking pastry chef who has some of the most bullshit things done to something he does, and you're just like, yeah, if I was in his position, I would have tried to fucking do it too. I would have been mad, so mad.
Is that a weekly release, or did they drop it all at once and you guys?
It's flips, so it's all at one time. We just go episode by episode, but like, whew, good fucking show. For an upcoming episode of Exposing James, over the weekend we had watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, God.
It's been a while. It's been a long while. I haven't seen it in totality since I was very young.
Yeah. There's a lot of nudity.
There is. There was actually originally there were scenes that he had to cut down because they wouldn't give it an R rating.
Guessing a lot more humping.
The scene with the awkward scene.
Which awkward scene?
Yeah.
Because when you're watching it with your 15-year-old child,
what's his name?
Most of that movie is pretty fucking awkward. Yo.
Yeah.
There's Jennifer Jason Leigh gets nude in it.
The scene with her and Damone was supposed to be a little more intense.
The 15-second man?
Yeah, I don't know what's more awkward, that scene or the one in the dugout with Pretty Boy, where he's the least sexy human being ever. Like he comes in like as the cool ass swinging dick in his Datsun, and then just like he goes to kiss her, and the first kiss is open mouth. Like I think we all know, you start closed mouth.
I don't.
Oh, you go like wide mouth. You go all in. Ah, you try to swallow the head.
Yeah, she puts on a front like she doesn't like it, but
Have you tried
she
to
likes it. I go,
you alien queener?
yeah. No, the tongue doesn't come out. I keep the tongue in until the last second. Then I'll give him one of those.
I actually curl the tongue up to the roof of my mouth and just let the bottom touch,
Yeah,
and then
she
I'll
says,
alternate. Curl
Like-
it down.
Like unfurling a red carpet in your mouth.
"Yep," and you like it, right? And no, it's gross. Yeah, okay, but do it again.
You give her the chameleon. The
Uh-huh.
I love that we're doing video
give her-
now.
The first one. The first one, always first impression. You got to go for the Scooby Doo. Not even with your mouth, just like the whole face.
Mhm.
You lick her entire face
Yeah.
in one circular
Yep.
motion, and then
Yeah,
yeah, and go.
yeah. She likes dogs.
Yeah.
Whoa!
What are you
You
gonna do?
can make a lot of money online with that.
I heard. I've heard many things.
Then
Yeah.
then later on, you guys are pissing on stuff together, marking your territory.
Mm-hmm.
I've pissed all over this apartment.
Who follows who around with a baggie? You alternate.
Neither. We use it as fertilizer.
There's ass sniffing. Definitely.
Oh
ass
yeah, on my end for sure.
Yeah.
She from a distance because I fart a lot.
So yeah, Fast Times. Some very awkward moments
Yeah.
where Damone gets up and she's just laying there. I'm like, she's just kind of splayed, not completely spread
Yeah.
eagle, but just like laying there.
And then he's just like, I gotta go. But like, well, yeah, you should go. That was a fucking terrible performance. But the one big thing we brought up with him was, well, I guess two things came out of this. One, sticking with the whole gratuitous nudity. Mike's like, it was awkward. And I was like, I guess. So I don't have a hang up like most people with nudity. It doesn't bother me. Like, we're all just
Some better than others.
sure. But like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
Like, it
I'll
doesn't,
tell you what.
doesn't matter.
From a teenager's perspective, it is weird because
Oh,
like
sure.
you see
Oh,
some
yeah.
juicy tits,
Well,
and you're sitting like next to your dad or across from your dad, and you're like,
Well, one of the opening shots of that movie. Well, thankfully it's just me and Mike in the room. But one of the opening shots of the movie in the mall is it's like a pan of a bunch of girls' asses, right?
mm-hmm.
But like we're making the joke of like it was the 80s,
You'd never know they were girls.
so no one had asses. White people didn't have asses back then.
yeah,
I think Patrice O'Neill had the best way to put it. Like white people and Asian women get to have asses now. It used to be the flattest things in the earth were CD cases and then white women's asses.
It's very true.
Yeah.
But the other thing was like James loves mall culture
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
from when we were growing up. So like he's just like that was so he was like it was so cool to see.
Mhm.
Like yeah,
Mhm.
because you wouldn't know.
No.
You were born right around the time mall was on the collapse. And
Yeah.
it is terrible.
There was barely utility to them. So there was like nothing cool about them to begin with.
Right.
I miss mall smell. Like the way the malls used to smell.
Like pretzels.
Uh-huh. Orange fucking Julius and
Huh?
Cinnabon and
On that episode, we do about 25 minutes
Just talking about mall.
of just talking about the malls.
Remember when the Santa setup used to take up the entire center of the mall?
Yeah, dude.
And it was lavish.
Oh yeah, I remember like because Ocean County Mall. It was just like, okay, we're gonna go see Santa Claus, but we're gonna go to the Hamilton Mall and go see Santa Claus. Like that was the big one. It was like, oh shit, he's gonna be by the fountain. Like yeah,
Every
But,
time
like,
I think about the
Ocean
old
County Mall in its heyday was the fucking place. Though.
oh dude, it was awesome. But
that little seating area over by Woolworths that was elevated. You had to
Yeah.
walk up that
Yep.
that incline.
yeah,
I don't know why it was there, but I'll have fucking dreams about it to this day. As a 45-year-old man, I dream about the mall.
dude, the Burger King and the movie theater combo right there.
yeah.
I can see like the cafeteria, like the very front, but I can't see the play place in my head.
You
Ironic.
walk in, go to the right, and go
Yeah.
down a long
Way
hallway.
back.
I remember that, but like I'm saying, the play place itself, like I see the back, people putting their shoes and shit in little cubbies,
Mhm.
but like I don't have the vision of the fucking. It's a shame.
I think one of the last movies I saw there was like there's something about Mary.
Do you,
Wow.
Vinny? You might have been too young at the time, but do you remember going to see the first Ninja Turtles movie with Nanny at that movie theater?
That's
I
what
don't. I remember going with Nanny a bunch of times. I remember seeing Hey Arnold there with her, with was it Harriet the Spy? Rest in peace. Fucking what else? I don't remember Ninja Turtles. Did she like it? She would have hated that movie.
Yeah. I don't think she was thrilled about it, but so she was like a cinephile. Any reason she had to get to
Yeah.
go to be like, I have the boys this weekend. Well, guess what? We're going to the movies.
Yeah, because the next day when we saw it, we were in the backyard, just like the boys in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That little scene where they're just like doing a little sparring session. We were all just probably in the backyard, just doing cartwheels in the ground, just throwing kicks and shit at the air.
Yep.
Like we're the Ninja Turtles now, Nanny.
Dude,
Get back inside.
I remember one time, Poppy was never like a big sci-fi movie person, and Stargate just came out. I remember that woman came and got me from school with my mother's permission and took me to go see Stargate on a Friday fucking afternoon because she wanted
That's
to see
cool.
it that bad.
I think I saw
That's so cool.
Power Ranger movie there. We saw a bunch
Yeah.
of Disney movies there too. I remember like Little Mermaid or something like that. We saw that there.
that's the theater I saw Turtles at too, with our cousin Michael.
In the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the arcade.
Arcade.
That little triumvirate right there. The arcade right next to the Burger King.
Friendlies.
Yeah, friendly.
Yeah. Dude, we blew his fucking mind. We were like, it was so popular. It was so populated in that area. There was the Friendlies in the mall, and then there was a Friendlies across the street from the mall.
You'd KB Toy Store.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the pet store.
The pet store. You had Stearns. Remember Stearns?
The organ
Which one was Stearns?
It's where
Boscov's used to
was.
be,
Yeah.
or is.
Or is, yeah.
Okay, so it was a big box store. It was like
Yeah.
yeah, I barely remember that one.
Nanny worked there.
I remember when Bloomingdale's turned into Macy's. That's old. I remember being on the escalator with my dad talking to my stepmom, being like, "Oh, you hear they're changing this place into a Macy's? What's a Macy's? Doesn't fucking matter."
I brought up the fact that there used to be a diner in JCPenney's.
Yes, there was.
I remember that.
Yes, there was. Fuck, I remember that.
I remember Sam Goody.
Definitely.
CD store.
Talk about Sam.
Place was bumping.
Walden
Mhm.
Books.
There was two
Yep.
bookstores.
Yep.
E. Dalton and Walden.
Yep. Fuck.
Suncoast Video.
Suncoast Video. You'd never buy anything there because it was always so damn expensive.
Yep.
That's where I bought Will Vinton's Claymation Classics.
I had a job interview there.
I had a friend who worked there, and I didn't have to buy anything.
That's great. The Disney store when that was there, that was a big deal.
I was there for a bit. It wasn't as good as the one at Freehold, though.
No, oh no, the Freehold one was freaking insane.
Hot pretzels.
Ah,
Sam's.
yeah. Hot Sam's.
It wasn't at Ocean County, but the Warner Brothers store.
Yeah.
Fucking,
That sounds neat. What about I think it's still there, Master Walk.
I don't
Fucking
Is it still there? Because I know
greasy. Ooh, God. I want some right now.
the what the fuck is that store? That restaurant over by that used to be the sushi place, took over the food court now.
Oh yeah, it's one company,
Yeah,
and it's broken up into four different. Like
yeah.
the things that were there, Sabaro's, is turned into a pizza place. That's this place's name, like
yeah,
Joe's or whatever.
yeah.
The Asian place is still Asian, but it's Joe's Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad situation. At first, I'm like, oh, okay, they're still there. Oh, it's just one conglomerate. That's
Yeah.
I feel dirty now.
They used to have the Philly cheesesteak place up in that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan's still there?
No,
No.
No, Nathan's is gone.
It
Wait,
became a
sure.
fry place.
It was like
Oh, like
it
fried
was
pickles and
weird-
shit.
No, just French fries. And I think it's a popcorn place now, or it was a popcorn place.
There's some weird ice cream place too for a while.
Nothing lasts in there anymore. It's
No more.
Every
5
store
years
is
ago-
East meets West.
Except East meets West is like the only thing that's still in there because it's still just Stoner Hut.
Yeah.
It just pops around though. Just like, all right, rent's too expensive. We're going to the smaller store. All right, we got money. We're going to the bigger store. We got.
Completely accurate, because I worked there for like 6 months and quit the week before they were moving, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're coming in tomorrow to help us move." Like, I fucking quit. Why would I come in to do this bullshit work? No, goodbye.
Yeah, fuck that.
Sell your $5 swords.
I bought Nick one of those swords when he was younger. He first hour, he smashed it against a tree and broke the handle off the blade. I'm like,
Lucky it didn't
Dumbass.
ricochet back and impale him.
yeah. Well, he was old enough. He was like 8 or something.
That's sword age, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Memories.
Yeah, good times with the kid.
Yeah.
Reach your residence fast time. Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Very
Awesome.
good. Is there anything else, Joe? Do you have anything else before Daredevil?
No, just Daredevil.
Okay. 2 episodes
Mm-hmm.
last week, and 2 distinctly different episodes tone-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first one, much lighter in a lot of ways, but still, I think it got more fucks per minute than any other episode.
It was very New York.
Very New York.
It was
Yeah,
very, very New. It was very New York on St. Patrick's Day.
That's the one episode they said that didn't get touched at all between the reshoots. That was the one that was filmed and was edited, and they didn't have to add anything to it.
It's crazy
You
that
can kind of tell.
that episode did a better job of world building than a lot of the Marvel universe has been lately.
Well, I think it did a good job because some of the stuff was already established, and they
Mhm.
gave us a moment between 2 characters you never thought would interact,
Mhm.
and it was natural.
Oh yeah, I like the way they played off each other.
The Funko Pop moment, seeing it on the desk, was like, oh, that's cool. And the fact that he picks it up, I was like, oh, I feel dirty now. Let's just let that slide.
Why?
I liked Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, but like it felt like an advertisement.
No, but he says that he made it.
Yeah, it's a custom one.
Yeah.
And like in the moment, I'm like, oh, that feels kind of dirty. But then it's just
It's
him being proud of his
absolutely, like,
daughter.
it's
Yeah.
in the front.
Yeah.
And she's in L.A.
Oh,
She's in L.A.
dealing with her friends,
Yeah. Yep. Mhm.
putting together a super team.
But watching Matt go ape shit on that guy at the end was pretty
In the
fucking
alleyway?
awesome. Yeah.
Even knowing that knee thing was going to happen,
Uh-huh.
then spoiling it in the first trailer
It-
as it's about to come.
It made me.
I
laugh.
almost did.
I was just like, oh, this
He,
is fuck.
but I liked how each episode, how the episodes just went. Okay, here's another stick that's gonna break. That's one more brick in the dam is coming out, and
Of him being like,
yep,
I got to go back. Well,
Yep.
my favorite moment of the second episode from last week was him getting the call, him realizing he's got to do something,
Mhm.
and being like, all right, I'll call 911,
fuck
and
it.
literally saying, fuck it.
Yeah, but
I know this is the only way I'm going to make a difference is by
Whoever-
putting that suit on.
did the editing for that final fight did
It's a strong fight.
such a great job.
Really strong fight.
God,
Dude, when he gets kicked in the face 3 times and doesn't even react,
Like, and
that was hardcore.
you'd have the one, Matt would be like beating the shit, like punch Muse a certain way. Then like Fisk would be. Oh, it was so well,
Yeah.
so well put together. But
The cross-cutting of them, you seeing their similarities.
both of them getting, let out.
Embracing their dark side
Yes.
Mhm.
or light side for Matt, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using his, I guess it's kind of a treatise on how you can use your darkness for goodness, or you could use your darkness for evil. Because I figured Fisk was just going to walk in there and chop that prick's head off.
Yeah, no. So did I.
too.
But to give him the illusion of, okay, if you want to be a man, here, take this weapon and attack me. When this guy has probably been half starved to death, isn't a fighter. He's like 100 pounds off of this guy. It's like, yeah, sure, take a swing at me. Just giving himself an excuse to beat the shit out of this guy. And then didn't beat him to death. Tossed him back in there. Might be the most twisted villain in the Marvel Universe.
I'll tell you what, though. I can understand Fisk at that point, because if some ass clown in a tracksuit came into my fucking office and talked shit like that to me,
Well, someone's got to take a beating.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He definitely had to unload.
Yeah.
But
This poor bastard who just happened to hit on the wrong woman at the wrong time.
Not hit on.
Well, he hit on her, shit went down, and then, oh wait, who's your husband?
You don't get to brush off. They had an affair, Michael. It wasn't. He
Okay.
flirted and she reciprocated. They fucked.
Okay, sure. Doesn't mean the guy should get locked up and beaten.
it's Fisk, which is
Are you really going to be like, well, he's justified kidnapping this guy?
Listen, fucked his wife.
If you go to an alligator den, expect to get eaten by alligators.
See, Vinny knows.
If anything, she should get the shit kicked out of her.
He loves her too much.
Well, they want to keep it PC. They can't beat the shit out of his wife.
The problem is he worships Vanessa too
yes,
much.
yes, he does.
So
I can't wait
he'd
till
never,
that chain link breaks.
he'd never take it out on her. But the other motherfucker.
How about the scene with Fisk and Jack at the party? Say, I will buy Gracie Mansion. Waiting for you to fuck up.
The fact that they brought swordsman back in,
Yeah.
even for a
Yeah.
few moments,
But
yeah, like everyone in the party's telling him, you're not as important as you think you are, and he's the one who put it most eloquently. That made me really happy. I totally forgot they were bringing him back into the fold. A great little addition. Both episodes so smooth.
Well, they
Worked so well.
They had shown him in that video
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
BB
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the vigilantes.
it's pretty great. Like I remember, I was like, all right, cool, yeah, that's swordsman, awesome, and I totally forgot that he was even going to be in it. So I figured it was just going to be like, oh, okay, they're making reference, have some guy in a mask do swordsman shit. Oh wait, no. Oh, he's actually a part of this, and he's got some reason to be there. He makes a valid point.
Yep.
So good, such great stuff.
Yeah.
Look forward to trying to stay up to watch the next episode.
Yeah, we watch that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I think it's good. I just glazed over the time, but I didn't see it. How long it is?
It's been our Wednesday night thing since the season started because no one's put up much new movies that at least we agree on.
Yeah.
And
It's
then we were
guilty.
like, oh, today's the first. No one put anything out today. And Mufasa dropped, but we're both like,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so meh on that.
I don't really care about watching. I did not like.
we'll watch it just because Zach has been interested ever since the trailer.
43 minutes is the new Daredevil episode.
It's about standard. Some of the other ones are like 46, 48. All right, let's do some news.
I don't.
You don't have a lot. I have some mega happy Bukaki Game of Time news. This month's PS Plus games dropped 2D. First up, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. If you're into Digimoning for PS4, that's available. Next up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It basically Dead by Daylight or the Friday the 13th game. All those asymmetrical, you're the killer or you're a group of people trying to survive the killer. I haven't downloaded it. Of course, I claimed it. Maybe if I get enough friends who own it, sure, why not? The big one for me this week was RoboCop Rogue City. Was the big free offering, the marquee one. And I've been dancing around buying this game for a while because I heard there was a lot of positive and a lot of negative to it. Sadly, after playing it for like 20, 30 minutes, there's a lot more negative than positive. He moves very slow. The characters are very wooden. It's a lot more about just trying to get your reticle on somebody at the right amount of time. There's some hostage situations that are virtually impossible to get done right because he moves so slowly. The voices aren't that great. They're pretty stilted. I'm so happy I didn't buy this thing.
Breaking news.
Ooh, news broke.
In a massive defeat for Donald Trump and Elon Musk, who poured $28 million into the race in Wisconsin, Democratic-backed Susan Crawford has won the race for the vacant seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Well, everybody knows this was a dirty, crooked
This is
election.
important because she is overseeing the Tesla lawsuit.
I want to talk about Tesla for a second. So somebody who I know posted a bunch of pictures of people keying Teslas. Now, but before, the Bond villain bought the orange one, a Tesla, it was the other way around. Those people were keying Teslas and,
Yes, Joe, you are correct.
calling people, who drive electric cars names and things like that. But,
Yes.
Well, hypocrisy is never ending.
Yeah, I know. Where's that right? I have a friend who has a Tesla, and he said he gets called names all the time. Like he's had them for years.
It really is a shame because people who own the car were doing it for the just cause.
Yeah, that's why he got it because he wanted to help the environment.
Right. And it's the leading name in electric vehicles.
It is.
It's the association to the asshole.
It sucks because, as I said before, it's a phenomenal car. It's one of the best cars I've ever test driven. Like if I could have afforded it,
Rivians are better.
If I could afford that one, fuck yeah, dude, I'd love an R1 or an R2. Well, when the R2 comes out, I want to own an R2D2.
Hey, it's damn unfortunate that this is the place that a lot of left-leaning people are going to, that they have to vandalize stuff. Like even going after the dealerships, it's douchey. It's not a good message. It's not a good way to handle it.
It sucks because I wish somehow they could out him as.
Oh, that's the thing. To do this properly takes time. To do boycotting and tank the stock prices and tank the sales, which is happening, takes time. There's just some people who are too impulsive to allow that to happen. They feel the need to vandalize someone else's property, and that's fucked up. It's not right.
It is because they're great cars. It sucks.
Let time and sentiment and public sentiment take care of this problem. No, you got to go and fuck with someone else's property, and that's not cool.
No.
This will come to bear the way I believe it should, because there's way too much negativity around it. You just got to let it happen.
There's a video, I think from 3 or 4 years ago. It's somebody in England, some lady who's complaining about somebody sitting in their Tesla, and she's like, "You're idling. There's no idling. There's no idling." She's like, "I'm in a Tesla."
Now, I've seen quite a few of those from England. I'm pretty sure those are all staged. There's a few where people come up to other people's doors and they're like, "Excuse me, you're parked in your you're parked in your driveway, and I usually park there." Okay, go away. Like, they'll have these back and forths that no logical person would have. I don't think even the most Karenist Karen would be like that.
I would hope that would be fake.
Yeah, some of them seem staged.
It's going to come down to this, right? His shareholders are going to eventually be like, "You got to go."
Yeah, the board's going to oust him.
Like, you're killing this company.
It's going to be one or the other. Either you go do that and doge your time away, or you come back here and you do your fucking job.
They've only got like 2 months left, supposedly, of Doge.
Yeah. We'll see if that doesn't get extended.
Oh, I know when Rivian drops the R2 and the R3, that's stiff competition for Tesla.
Hey guys. What do you call it when a droid takes a different path to get somewhere?
I don't know.
What?
An R2 detour.
So the other Mega Happy Bukaki Game Time news, a new Marvel game was announced this week. Marvel, I'm not giving that anything. Marvel Cosmic Invasion from the company Dotemu, the people who made the Turtles Shredder's Revenge game.
Fucking awesome games.
Are doing a Marvel beat 'em up 15 playable characters.
Take my money.
I'm all about this.
The Shredder Revenge game is so fun.
Yes. Incredible beat 'em up. Really looking forward to this. Wow, there was another video game bit of news. I think I had it right underneath that one. Jay and Silent Bob are coming to Call of Duty
They are.
tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Yes. The season 3 pack drops tomorrow, and they will be available. Not just Jay and Silent Bob, but also Bluntman and Chronic.
Nice.
Like, why?
Like money.
Yeah.
Like, I
That-
could see them, like, Fortnite makes sense.
Yeah. But that, because Fortnite makes sense and they've been making so much money, Call of Duty feels the need to get on that same train
Yeah, but, like,
and do gimmick stuff.
it's all of all the fucking characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's silly. I don't want it, but it's news.
I have a game time too also to follow.
Ooh, made me happy.
Rocksteady is confirmed they are working on the next Batman game, and they have said the Batman game, which will be cross-platform between this gen and the next gen.
Oh, please be beyond.
That's what I'm hoping, because that makes sense. If they're going to keep some kind of, continuity between the games.
And it doesn't have to be the Arkham universe. They could start from scratch and just do another kind of Batman game, which could still be cool if it's them handling it. But I agree. I want continuity.
Yeah.
I want that universe's beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Or Dark Knight Returns. They go that route. He's like armored up, Bruce.
Give me a Court of Owls game, though.
Done right, I would love
They
a boss
had
battle like
a DLC for Arkham Knight. I think I never finished it.
Yeah, they had the Dark Knight Returns costume. When I picked it up, I got the whole like super duper pack. So anytime they dropped a new one, I kept getting them, and that one was a pretty cool one to use. It was a great setup.
Actually, there is some Batman talk about another actor who has expressed their want to play a character in the DC universe.
Who doesn't?
Giancarlo Esposito wants to play Mr. Freeze.
Enough.
I'm all for it. All for
Enough.
it. Why?
Get enough with this guy.
Why? Dude,
All right.
he's a great actor. Fuck
Let
yeah.
someone else get a villain job, you fucktard.
I would.
You do them all.
You know what? I
know.
I agree with Vinny.
No, he always plays a villain, but I would love to see like if they do that like a full like character piece on him. I think he'd do a great job.
Man,
No.
I'm starting to agree. My problem is I feel like his take on Mr. Freeze would be way too close to his take on Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stoic armor guy.
Like the animated series one, like doesn't say much, and it's like, oh, thanks for showing your range.
Someone did an AI version with Bryan Cranston as Mr. Freeze, and that might be a little bit too on the nose because we've seen him play 5 seasons with a shaved head,
Mm-hmm.
but motherfucker could do it.
Give me Mike Coulter as Mr. Freeze.
Guy Pearce.
Mm. There's so many great actors who could pull it off.
Some British bloke I never heard of before.
I could see Coulter.
I wouldn't say no to it.
I wouldn't either.
Good actor.
Good actor.
Boss.
Uh-huh.
He plays tortured well.
Yeah.
He's already bald.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be for it.
Yeah.
Or him to make the return back to Marvel, but yeah.
Preferably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody can dance in multiple worlds these
Mhm.
days. John Wick 5 confirmed today. So I had to double triple check it, but confirmed.
I mean, I did tell you this like months ago.
Well, it was soft confirmed. Today it was like, no, faux show, it's happening.
It was pretty well confirmed when the fucking studio a couple months ago was like, yeah, we're making it.
Donnie Yen is directing his Kane movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there is a prequel anime coming that will be about the impossible job that got John out. So the Wickverse is still going strongish. And there's a Scooby-Doo live action series that was announced a while back that's getting 8 episodes on Netflix. Plot being Shaggy and Daphne are friends from school that are in their last year of summer camp and befriend Velma and new guy Fred while dealing with a I can't Great Dane puppy that may have witnessed a supernatural event.
Okay.
So the 57th version of Scooby Doo is now out. Maybe more versions of that than Batman.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
I have a couple other stories, but I
Mhm.
know there's one that Justin wants to say. So I have it written down, but I'm not going to say it because I know he's been waiting, 40-ish years. A certain film announcement.
Both of them, or just the one?
That one.
That one.
Yeah, I have quite a few film announcements though.
Yeah. There was one that they've been dancing around for a while that will they, won't they, or when will they? So you'll get around to that eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
That's all I'm comfortable talking about for right now. I hand it off.
Okay. The Gorillaz are putting out a new album this year.
That's pretty great.
That is pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Nope, it's still the same bass player because their bass player is fucking phenomenal.
The image they showed didn't have Deltron in it.
God damn
Kind
it.
of annoys me. But he was only in the first two albums, so he was only a guest star. But he added so much. I was hoping he was a fixture.
Jesus Christ.
Ketchup Entertainment has bought the rights to Coyote vs. Acme from Warner Brothers, and it is going to get a worldwide theatrical release.
Okay, because we talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
They bought it, but they weren't sure where it was coming.
Confirmed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They said the world needs to see this because fuck Warner Brothers. And I say,
They
yeah.
literally said that.
And no, Batgirl still will not see the light of day.
Yes.
That's a lot trickier because Coyote versus Acme was actually done. Like everything, it was completely locked.
Yeah.
All effects and everything, and they wrote that off. There was still a lot of posts to be done on Batgirl, so they were like, "All right, this one makes sense."
Did you guys
for
watch any of that leaked behind the scenes weird fight scene?
No.
It's weird. It just looked like a fight scene from freaking Gotham. That's kind of really what it looked like.
Don't trash Gotham.
No, I know, but that's it. But shot with like somebody who's sitting, off camera.
What was it, like an iPhone?
It was
footage?
yeah. It's
Well, you don't trust
yeah,
that. That
it's
doesn't have good
not-
angles. It's not properly
It's
timed.
not that camera or anything like that.
I've seen so many behind the scenes shots and like paparazzi videos and stuff. I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look like it's good. But no, it's not blocked.
Uh-huh.
So
I
don't trust it.
Marvel revealed who the current Venom is.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that, but wasn't sure.
Ms. Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah, which is a loaded concept. Now, in the newest Venom series, which I haven't been picking up, although I've been keeping my ear to the ground, they've had Robbie Robertson, I believe, Madam Mask, Rick Jones. They've been teasing a lot of potentials, and Mary Jane's popped up in the book, but hasn't really been angled as a host. And then they were just like out of nowhere. It comes out tomorrow, and they just ruined it in a solicitation. Like, Marvel's got to stop fucking doing this.
Yeah.
How do you set up a mystery and then ruin it 2 days before? It's just frustrating. But it's an interesting concept. They have a really deep history. Her and the symbiote didn't get along ever. So to have them paired up, especially now that she's already her own superhero, she's already got her own power set. This is pretty interesting. I'm not saying I'm going to start buying it, but I'm going to keep my ear firmer to the ground to see where this story goes.
It was announced yesterday during Sony's CinemaCon presentation, that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse will drop June 4th, 2027. You'll be waiting a little bit longer.
That's quite a long way.
Yeah, I guess there were a lot more story issues than we thought there were.
So it was all Viz shit.
Was it all Viz? Because I heard there was a lot of plot concerns, which is kind of crazy since they set it up so specifically.
I gotta log off.
All right, night, buddy.
All right.
Night, fellas. Bye.
Yep.
I lost
Um,
both of you.
Both of who?
Vin left and I lost both your pictures.
Oh, weird.
All right, hold on. Yeah. Technical difficulty.
From what I understood, it was because
There you
the
go.
animation studio was just like, we can't fucking get this out as fast as you want us to get it out.
Okay.
I heard different stories. I heard they were having issues locking down the plot.
Sorry for the people tuned into YouTube. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Vin logged off and it killed both of your cameras to me.
Fucking technology. I just got a new car mount for my phone, one of the
Mhm.
magnetic ones. The second I plugged it in, Bluetooth cut out on my phone.
Weird.
That's
It
weird.
stopped communicating with my car.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I had to reset the whole. So all this stuff is very finicky.
I just want to go on record. Please acknowledge your tribal chief. Because
I mean, it's not like you just pulled it out of your ass. It was.
I was right. Not only about this, but there's a story that I'm going to bring up after this one. That's also correct about something else. They announced during Sony CinemaCon presentation that Spider-Man Brand New Day is dropping July 31st of next year. Brand New Day is the Spider-Man story that Justin said the movie is probably going to be about.
Well, it's going to take inspiration from.
Yeah.
This has a lot of elements in it that play off very well from No Way Home.
Now, Brand New Day was the story that took place after One More Day, correct?
Yeah. And One More Day is essentially, in a lot of ways,
him doing the shit for Mephisto.
Yeah.
In order to save May.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, will Mephisto be a part of this?
Which is weird because was he part of Brand New Day?
No. Not that I know of. But
so it would just be in my head.
Mm-hmm.
The way I explained it to Ashley today, because she was like, what does this mean? And I was like, well, in One More Day, Aunt May was dying. There's nothing Peter could do, so he went to the ends of the earth. He ended up making a deal with Mephisto, who's a demon, and gave May her life back, but like at the cost of people knowing who Peter Parker is.
Actually, was that what it was? Oh, okay, that was one. No, that wasn't what it was. Because they erased.
Wait, wasn't it MJ? Wasn't it just Mary Jane?
It was Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man helped erase the memory of Peter Parker from everyone. That came out of Civil War. It was Mephisto. He stole one day from both Peter and Mary Jane.
That's it.
Their wedding day.
Right.
And in doing that, it changed elements of his life and allowed Aunt May to live. Now, the only people that knew that Mary Jane and Peter were ever married in that reality were Peter and Mary Jane. And the essence of it is their torment, knowing that they can't have that life anymore, is what sustains Mephisto in this deal.
Gotcha.
So Satan's Sink is Mephisto.
No. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. The potentiality of who she could be. And, let's hope so.
So what I was saying was Doc Strange kind of took the role of Mephisto, I guess, in No Way Home.
Well, he did everything that Reed, Iron Man, and him did, but in some ways, Well, not really, because they warped reality in the Well, they kind of warped reality both times. So yeah, he takes the
Right.
role of all four of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
he
moving.
resets everything.
Yeah.
So people are aware of Spider-Man, but no one knows who the fuck Peter Parker is.
Yeah. In the movies, in the comics,
Right.
everyone still knew who Peter Parker was that was in his life, but nobody knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man anymore.
Right.
That was a huge thing that came out of the Civil War comics.
So what I'm saying is this is Peter's life now that Peter doesn't technically exist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a brand new start. It's a brand new day now. That can mean a whole bunch of different things.
Ken.
Yeah. Rumor is Chameleon's going to be the villain, although they're not going to call him Chameleon based on the fact that he was in something. I hope not. I really hope not. I don't think he's a strong enough villain. If he was part of it, maybe, but we've already seen how crappy it can be for him to just be part of someone's story.
Also, if this comes out July 31st, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is indeed post Doomsday.
Yes.
Rumor being this takes place parallel.
Yes, it plays
to Doomsday.
during the events of Doomsday.
So
Right.
the effects of Doomsday may not be felt until the post-credit scene,
Right.
a la Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
That kind of
Which would also be weird because this would be taking place in New York, and I'm gonna assume Doomsday takes place in New York.
I'm thinking Doomsday takes place a lot more like Infinity War, all over the place.
Mhm.
Well, given the amount of people from New York that are in the cast when we get to it,
Yeah.
I want to say probably New York.
It's gonna, if New York doesn't show up in this at least
Right.
once, what the hell are they doing?
So, when you say cast, you should actually say partial cast, because there's more coming.
No, there's not. That is the cast. That is the cast for Doomsday.
That's what they said. There is more to be. That's
Yeah.
a partial cast.
They said there's more for Doomsday. There's
Yes.
at least 50 characters for Doomsday.
I've not heard 50 characters for Doomsday. I heard 50 characters for Secret Wars.
I've heard that Doomsday still has a lot more. Almost half of the cast hasn't been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
But now would be a good time to get into that.
Not yet.
Okay. Really fucking
The
blue
other
balling.
thing that I want to say that I was right about today, Disney announced, not a joke, but beginning May, sometime in May, I have the whole date somewhere. Through September, all 6 Disney parks will be operating.
Oh, so they
I did see
So
that.
they
both
will
water parks?
both water parks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one was a necessity. You can't make a move like first day guests get to use a park for free and not have both of them open. That would be operational suicide. So yeah, you read the tea leaves and you read them right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's coming up Millhouse. And the last thing I have before we talk about the big thing is Nintendo launched an app the other day.
In a big way.
Big way. And the first thing you see when you open the Nintendo app was the announcement that on March 26th of 2027, we are going to get the live-action Legend of Zelda film.
It's official.
40-something, 30-something years in the making.
From
Very happy for
Nintendo
you.
itself.
Yeah.
Makes
This-
just makes
And this
just,
is a Sony production, right? This is them in bed with like Columbia or Sony. I don't remember
no.
who's.
This is Universal.
Okay. Oh, that's right. They had the deal for Mario with Universal.
After Mario went,
Balls to the wall.
yep, they were like, all right, we will do all of our films with you.
You're our boys. Let's do this. Way too early to speculate on any kind of story. Way too early to speculate on any kind of acting.
Mm-hmm.
It's way too early. All we know is it's finally happening. And green tunics everywhere just got filled with jism.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
what day was it last week that the internet ground to a halt again?
Thursday.
Thursday. When they first announced that this was what they were going to be doing, that they were going to put up a YouTube live stream, it's like, all right, cool. It's going to be another standard kind of convention announcement where they stand on stage and bring everybody out and do some bowing and stuff. And then no. Somebody walks up and places a director's chair down with a name on it. And for the next 5 hours,
5 hours.
slowly pan down a row of director chairs. And at first I was fucking annoyed by this. But at around the hour and a half mark, realized how brilliant these people are. They held everyone's bated breath for 5 hours.
The musical lead in, when you'd hear the first like parts of the instruments come on, it's like silence, 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 and you start hearing the music.
Mm.
Like, okay.
Yeah. This was nerd edging at its finest. Because we, as it was happening, are texting back and forth in our group, just the names dropping. And at a certain point we had to back off and just be like, all right, like just wait until the end of this to see the glut of names. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going directly to the IMDb to read them off easier. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Hemsworth coming back as Thor. Vanessa Kirby will be the Invisible Woman. Mackie is still our Captain America, Sam Wilson. Apparently, Bucky is going to survive Thunderbolts. Ben Grimm, Eben Moss-Baccarin. Fucking Shang-Chi's coming back, as well he should.
I was excited to see Simu's
me too.
name up on there.
Always happy to see him. Yelena will also survive Thunderbolts. The next one on this list, it kind of annoys me that they let this name drop. Lewis Pullman, who will be playing Robert Reynolds / Sentry in Thunderbolts.
What did you think? You think they were going to introduce Sentry and fucking kill him?
No, I thought he would fuck off for a while. I didn't think he'd be a part of this, but it makes sense to have him a part of this. He can have a lot of utility in a story, like we think they're going to tell. Winston Duke's back. Winston Duke make everything better. More M'Baku is good. Tom Hiddleston as Loki, integral.
Makes sense.
Yes, given where his character was
he's
left.
legit holding the multiverse together.
Yes.
It only makes sense.
Yes.
If they are swapping him out for Molecule Man.
And I'm thinking he and Sentry will take the place of Molecule Man narrative-wise.
Think both of them?
Well, in ways, because let's not forget, Sentry's power set is essentially Molecule Man's, except less stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it can be used for that. And they might not even look at him that way. His powers in the movie might not be the same. They could be just straight up Superman. It could not be the same way he is in the comics. But I'm reading into it. That's probably the way they're going to go with it. Now, here's where things start to get weird. Returning from the 20th Century Fox universe, Patrick Stewart, Rebecca Romaine, no Stamos. She's on Stamos.
Right.
Alan Cumming, James Marsden, Kelsey Grammer, and Ian McKellen.
Yes. Which makes me think they're still holding out for Femi and Halle Berry.
Famke's probably going to come. Halle Berry's probably going to come. They probably just haven't inked their deals yet.
And that's why one of the last names that we're going to hear is Hugh Jackman. Until he's fucking 90.
Until he's fucking 90. Most likely.
Here's my hang up.
Mm-hmm.
Marsden's dead.
We went over this.
He's not. Because at the end of
Days of Future Past rewrote that world.
Yep, it reset that universe.
Because Famke's dead, right? And we all want her back. She came back at Days of Future Past.
Halle Berry, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, but they didn't They weren't killed off previously.
She died at the end of X3.
Who?
Famke? Oh, we're
No,
still
no,
talking
no.
about Halle.
He's talking about Halle Berry.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Halle Berry, basically everybody died before they.
Well, in that
One in
in
Days of
the
Future
dark
Past.
future. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
dark future.
Yeah.
But everything was reset at the end of the movie, and everybody's back. Obviously, Johnny Storm. Ghost, Hannah John Kamen will be surviving Thunderbolts. Scott Lang. I don't think we can have a Avengers movie without Scott Lang anymore. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Che. Fucking Che is coming back as Gambit. Whether or not it will be Deadpool Wolverine Gambit or a different version.
I'm gonna think it's gonna be a bit more serious.
I think so too. We're not gonna get a shot out of my. I can't even say that line.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's not going to act the same way, but do you think it's going to be the same version of him?
I think we're gonna probably get an upgraded costume.
Yeah, but it's going to be a variant.
Yeah.
Likely.
It's gonna be that. I think it's gonna be that X-Men's Gambit.
Yeah. All right. Wyatt Russell will not die in Thunderbolts. Namor will return. Tenoch Huerta.
Currently watching Wakanda Forever in our
Mhm.
timeline journey.
The Red Guardian, if he was the one that got tossed out the window in that trailer, someone catches him because David Harbour's coming back. And the last one we got here on the IMDb list, Shuri, Letitia Wright, as she should be. She's the Black fucking Panther now.
It's not looking good for Taskmaster in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it really isn't.
No.
Yeah, she probably did.
Oh, she most likely dead.
Yeah.
Which I don't shed too much of a tear unless they were planning to give her a shitload of character development. She's a blank slate.
She's a Black Widow related character that isn't Florence Pugh. She must die.
Yeah.
So
it isn't David Harbour. So
like
she had no lines.
Did
She's
you
not
see
important.
the non 5-hour version? How they cut all of it down to 1 minute and 40 seconds?
Yeah. It's kind of crazy that it was just one quickly filmed pan that they slowed down to a snail's pace. That's big though. No Guardian. Well, it's kind of to be expected, at least right now.
They're the group I don't want to see come back till Secret Wars.
Star-Lord is on Earth.
He is.
Yeah. He'll most likely be the only one out of them to come back in this one, and then maybe we'll get Rocket back and Groot. In Secret Wars.
White Vision.
We still need White Vision back. We're not seeing Drax. That's for shit.
Oh no, he's done.
I doubt we'll see Gamora again. Maybe see Nebula, although maybe not. Maybe a little bit.
I don't know, but I kept saying at the end, I was just like, oh, it's gonna be fucking Evans. It's gonna be Evans. It's gonna be like the last chair, and nope.
There's a rumor that he's popping up in First Steps.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
As Cap Hydra or just Cap?
As an alternate Johnny, as a version of Cap. It most likely would be a post-credits thing, but it's just very rumory.
It makes sense with all these different universes coming together in Doomsday.
If we think the end of First Steps is going to be that universe experiencing some kind of incursion, there's more than enough room for some characters to bleed through.
I think the death of their planet comes before the end of the movie.
You think Galactus is just like, where is
that's the thing,
Franklin gonna cause the incursion?
If it's the death of their universe, doesn't really have much to do with Galactus. They'll stop Galactus, and everyone will think, oh, okay, the day has been saved, and then the incursion happens.
Then a fucking other Earth pops up.
Yeah.
In view, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and that's post credits. That's either that's mid credit or post credit.
I'm telling you, that's the last part of the movie.
The last act.
That's the last act.
I doubt that's the last act, because that's the kind of thing you set up the beginning of Doomsday with.
I want Doom to at least be in the last of the last act of First Steps.
I think that's also a post-credit thing. That's too many villains, too many important villains to be a part of the actual plot.
I think he's their Doctor Doom.
Could be. But I don't think he's going to be an important part of the story.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. I don't think he's
Yeah.
their Doom.
Yeah.
I think he is like the worst version of Doom in the multiverse.
He's like Masters of the Multiverse. What was that in the Avengers Forever run? Damn it. But it was like the Doom that mastered all Dooms. Like
Yeah.
the one who enslaved all other Dooms. Like it literally had fucking planet Doom that he was living on. Yeah, that I could absolutely see.
Supposedly, Marvel's not done.
No, they're never done.
I think if they do any more, it's gonna take away from Secret War.
I don't like. I want like Jackman to show up because
I don't.
you have a bunch of other X-Men. You
But we
want
don't know. We don't know what they're doing, and I don't want to see all the X-Men at once.
Imagine they're just
Because
in it and they just
I know they're, well, because it's either the ones that are in this one are all gonna fucking die during an incursion, or this is they're in it, but they're not in it until the fucking post credits when we see fucking Battle World.
Yeah. And then they show up in Secret Wars, and Secret Wars becomes just a hodgepodge of insanity that's
Right.
going to be hard for us to follow. I could definitely see them being a big part of Doomsday, and only a handful of people survive, and post credits
like,
is Jackman Deadpool.
If Doomsday is if it's broken down by acts and each act is taking place on a different world and it's not all in the 616, so like we see the X-verse trying to handle Doom, and Beast gets them the fuck out of there, because we know this Beast has already been dealing with
multiversal issues.
Monica is in that universe.
Yeah. I have a feeling that something like the arc that Reed created in Secret Wars, we'll be seeing something like that with some of these characters surviving and carrying over into the movie.
And then a la Hulk in Infinity War, they come like crashing to Earth. They come crashing to 616, and they're like, he's coming.
Yeah. That could be a first act thing. They could be the world's universes could be interspersed throughout, and that could be a third act thing.
Right.
There's so much room for speculation on this.
I don't want to see much more. Like, we already know that Secret Wars is going to be as fucking bloated as it is. So unless you're going to off a majority of these characters you're introducing in Doomsday, stop now. This is fine.
I see most of the X-Men going.
Yeah. There should be something left to awe us.
Yeah.
As far as revelations go, as far as characters.
Yeah, a little foreplay, guys. Yeah. Let's not go right to fucking.
Use a little tongue. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Douche? Obvious douches? Do we even need to get into details? Do we?
Sir.
Food
news.
Oh, there's still some more of that. Okay. Yeah.
Come on now. Anybody a fan of Nestle's Pure Leaf iced tea?
Used to be.
Not even a little.
Okay, well, they have new artisan-inspired teas. They have a sweet jasmine green, a sweet Assam black tea, and for me, because I'm always looking out for caffeine-free things and no sugar things to fucking drink. Sometimes water gets a little boring. They have a sweet hibiscus herbal. Hawaiian Punch has new pineapple plunge in 1 gallon jugs. And Waterloo Sparkling Water is dropping their summer line: spiced mango sorbet, lemon Italian ice, and huckleberry cobbler.
I think spiced Italian ice is the only thing I'm vaguely interested in.
The mango sorbet, the spiced mango sorbet.
Not a big mango guy.
No, then you just want lemon Italian ice then.
Essentially, yeah.
Over at the 7-Elevens, they have a mystery donut. It is a cake donut filled with a white cream with a white frosting. I'm gonna say it's probably Slurpee flavored.
Knowing them.
Yeah.
Cherry.
Galactic Gushers with
Mhm.
berry star cluster and asteroid apple and a mystery flavor is available at Walmart. Fago soda has Super Pop and Bubble Pop. Super Pop is blue. I'm assuming Bubble Pop is bubblegum flavored. I don't know what the fuck Super Pop is. Icy, delicious frozen drink makers, is putting out soda.
Okay. Bless you. Bless you.
But it's very circular. One more.
Gazoon tight.
Very circular here. So, Icy makes frozen ice drinks. One of them being Coca-Cola flavored.
Yes.
Then gets into the soda market.
Yes. With cotton candy soda, strawberry lemonade soda, cherry soda, and blue raspberry soda.
Kind of figured the last two. The other ones are a bit surprising. I don't think I've ever seen them in an icy machine.
I don't know how I feel about cotton candy soda.
I know how I feel about it. I'm not interested.
No.
That's too sweet. And that's me saying it.
Yeah.
I'm a lot into sweet.
Sour punch straws, filled straws, cherry limeade, and blue raz lemonade are hitting store shelves. Ben & Jerry's has got a new non-dairy flavor, chocolate caramel brownie. Lay's limited time wavy fried green tomato flavored chips. And Nabisco is putting out Disney Heroes and Villains graham cracker snacks, featuring cookies adorned with faces of your favorite villains and heroes. Wendy's Frosty Swirls arrive April 15th, and you can get a vanilla or chocolate Frosty swirled with brownie batter sauce, caramel sauce, or strawberry sauce. And they will have a new tangerine twist lemonade. The IHOP IHOP pancake of the month for April is New York cheesecake mousse and glazed strawberries betwixt buttermilk pancakes layered with said items.
I'll give this to IHOP. At least they keep trying new stuff.
Yeah. And the last bit of food news is Cheez-It is expanding their product line. And before you're like, oh shit, this is an April Fool's joke. No, this was from 3 days ago. Cheez-It is putting out frozen pizza.
This one made me take my glasses off.
In Italian 4-cheese, pepperoni, and cheddar jack supreme.
Now I know there is a distinct flavor to frozen pizza, like refrigerated pizza, but that doesn't mean it's something I'd want.
So here's my thing. Fan of Cheez-Its, not the original cheddar flavor, but like every other flavor of cheddar or of Cheez-It. I like white cheddar. The pepper jack is fucking great. Smoked Gouda, mozzarella pesto, all of them. Good shit. I'm a big fan of pizza. Not really frozen pizza, but I'm gonna have to fucking try this.
You're gonna spend the money on it, huh?
I feel like I
Which-
owe it to the audience of this show and Can't Stop the Rope Drop that like this is a culinary abomination. And as a card carrying member / award winning member of the culinary world, like I kind of have to try it so I could just be like, this is fucking horrendous, and like they should be ashamed of themselves for making it. Like if I could get it for free to do that, I would. I can't, so I'm gonna have to spend the probably like $10 to $12 on this shit.
At least I'm pretty sure they're like $5 a box for regular ones.
And then after I taste it, I say I can make a better version of this. And then on an episode of Nerdaties season 3, we make a better version of fucking Cheez-It pizza.
Well, pizza, yeah, but like cold pizza, right? That's what they're going for here.
No, it's frozen, as in like you bake it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
Okay, yeah, no, this is like a frozen, like like fucking Tombstone or fucking DiGiorno. You put it in the oven, it comes out.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. I thought it was Cheez-Its that are simulating the flavor of frozen pizza.
No, sir. This is an actual frozen pizza with a Cheez-It crust. It is made of Cheez-It cracker.
And that doesn't make it any better to me.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But like I said, I'm obligated to try this so that we can make a better version. It's the Walt Disney in me. I have to plus. Like it's got to happen.
You choose to make it happen, and I understand that.
They're not allowed to play God as long as I exist on this planet. Juice time.
Douche time. Well, the obvious ones like.
So, fuck the Tangerine Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Elon Musk for trying to buy votes, even though you fucking lost, bitch.
Yeah.
And Morgan Wallen, the country singer who was on SNL that walked off stage,
Yeah.
and then like took a picture of his private jet, like "Get me to God's country."
Yeah, it's very twatty.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. You should have just not done the show then.
Yeah, if you're having, yeah, you could. There's
fucking
been
know.
people like musical guests have signed on and then left at the last minute, being like, "Yeah, I can't do this."
Apparently, he was supposed to do it a while ago, maybe earlier in the season or last season, and backed out for some reason. Now, maybe somebody did something shitty to him, and he felt the best thing to do was just walk away. But to not shake anybody's hands,
I know,
not to even like
that's-
wave,
Yeah.
just to. It's not a protest, but in its own way, it kind of is. There's just a structure to the way that show ends,
Yeah.
and to not do it, you're saying something.
That's a tradition. The cast,
Yeah.
all get together, thanks everybody, and
You stand there and wave for like 30, 40 seconds, and then they go to whatever show comes on after it,
yeah.
and you can walk off. You couldn't do the extra minute.
Yeah,
That's kind of prickish.
fuck that.
Fortunately, he's a country singer, and I don't give a fuck about him to
Yeah, I
begin
don't
with.
care.
So,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
My next douche of the week is going to bleed into my first nerd of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would have been the same thing for this story, but then this guy did something stupid too. So yesterday was LGBTQ, or yesterday was trans. I think it was trans, Pride Day.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people took to the social medias and were like, we stand with the trans community. And of course, here at Nerdaties, also, like, the only thing we hate around here is stupidity and being a complete cunt. Like, I would like to hope I had a discussion with Mike on Sunday when we were in between writing. But I would like to think we create, like, a friendly enough environment that, like, anybody can come here and listen and
Mm-hmm. There's no
not
discrimination.
not feel discriminated against, especially for. I mean, I'm pretty blatantly open about my sexuality, so like, come on in, just as long as you're not like a hateful twat. Speaking of hateful twats, though, Val Venus
Oh, this dick.
went on Twitter. So, Mia Yim posted a nice post about the trans community, and Val Venus took it upon himself to try to make himself relevant. It was like, content like this drives me away from wrestling. It's disheartening to witness the disconnect and lack of moral engagement. Uh, Chelsea Green had shared the post as well, having trans people in her family and whatever. So Val comes on the attack and he's like, I believe Chelsea Green, along with those affected by her views on transgender issues, needs our prayers. I see the transgender movement as harmful to society, supported by individuals who, in my view, neglect the seriousness of what is called gender dysphoria. My advice for those experiencing distress related to their gender identity is to pray, seek treatment, and deepen their relationship with Jesus Christ. In contrast, Chelsea Green seems to advocate for acceptance, embracing a serious mental disorder and supporting coddling and nurturing gender dysphoria. These represent two very different paths in life. Pray for Chelsea and the folks deceived by her.
Can I take a second
Yeah.
to opine on the notion that a person believing their body should be a certain way he considers a mental disorder,
Yes.
but believing in a God that you have no proof for,
Yes.
an imaginary friend when it all comes down to it, he doesn't see that as a mental disorder. Doesn't matter how many fucking people do it.
Yes. Because
There's-
religion's not looked at that way in the world. It's accepted for people to believe in that kind of imaginary thing and not be ostracized for
Yeah.
well again unless it's against other religions and then
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. And despite all the negativity that results from religions of all types,
Yeah.
all the violence and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a negative thing for society. No, a person wanting to change their body to fit the way they think it should, which should be their right. That's a
There should
problem with society.
absolutely be their fucking.
Yes, that's a problem with society. Okay.
So fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Chelsea
Okay.
Green responds with, so unfortunate that instead of simply scrolling past, you chose to quote tweet me. Knowing it would invite your followers to pile on, you were fully aware of what you were doing, encouraging harassment towards me and towards the LGBTQ plus community. Fortunately, neither your opinions nor your attempts to undermine my support will change anything. I'll be praying for you because it looks like you've got a little too much time on your hands and hate in your heart. Which I thought was a very classy response from Chelsea. Jumping back over to the Morgan Wallen thing, Kenan Thompson had something to say about it. Kenan says the walk-off exit felt so abrupt and questions the singer's God Country's post. What are you trying to say? I don't know what goes through people's minds when they decide to do stuff like that. I don't know if he understood the assignment or not, or if he was really feeling a certain kind of way. I thought maybe he had to go to the potty or something, Thompson told Entertainment Weekly. It's definitely a spike in the norm. We're so used to everybody just turning around and high-fiving us, everybody saying, good job, good job, good job. So when there's a departure from that, it's like, I wonder what's that about. The God's country of it all is strange because it's like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that we are not in God's country? We're not all in God's country? We're not all under God's umbrella? That's not necessarily my favorite.
Yeah, it's a very measured way. Keenan seems to go about stating things in a very measured way.
Yes. And my last nerd of the week, a man who is still going on the Senate floor, I believe, currently, Cory
It's pretty
Booker.
hardcore.
26 hours at this point?
I believe last time I checked, he was at the 24-hour mark.
Yeah. He's still, from what I know, he's still fucking going.
Now, he's tagged out a few times. I think that's to use the bathroom. Some
Yeah,
people have come in to keep talking.
Right.
But he's been up for a full day, more than a full day, speaking his piece.
So, yeah, man, like, good fucking Cory Booker representing Jersey the right way. We can talk, motherfucker. You don't want to get us going.
It's pretty great. He's one of the people that I kind of hope runs pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential.
Oh.
Yes. My nerd of the week, it's very rare that I pat the back of Ubisoft about anything. I'm not a huge fan of their games. I agree with a lot of people that say their games would become very formulaic and are lacking in an originality. People tend to buy them. They're on the upswing with Shadows right now with Assassin's Creed Shadows. But anytime Elon Musk has shit to say about somebody, I tend to fall on the other side of the argument. There was a streamer named Hassan Abi who's been promoting Assassin's Creed Shadows, and the owner of the Swastika and the Schmuck Truck, the creator of both of them, or the owner of the company that makes them, Elon Musk, commented on his platform, Twitter. That's right, I'm fucking calling it Twitter because the other name is stupid.
That's right.
Sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he's promoting a terrible game just for money. Okay, no, that's subjectively, sir. It's not an objective opinion. It's a subjective opinion. The clapback from Assassin's Creed social media campaign is one of the most accurate, succinct statements. Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? You're a fucking fraud and a hypocrite, sir. To go on people's shows and claim that you're one of the top players in a game and then admit you have someone else do it for you, you're a fucking fraud. The only way you've made any money is by borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, by shifting it around thanks to your daddy's millions of dollars from a fucking stolen diamond mine. You are a lowlife. And it's becoming more and more clear to everyone with every word that comes out of your mouth. Fuck you, Elon. And oddly, to Ubisoft, take me to the river.
If you like what you hear, we're on the social Facebook.com/nerdies, at nerdies on Twitter, at nerdies on Instagram, at nerdies likes it under the table on OnlyFans.
On the table. That's just me.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
I've been doing AI nudes of you guys fucking each other for a couple weeks now.
I'm giving, right?
Yeah.
You're capturing the beard, right? You're making sure the beard's all one color, not.
You also, Joe, you have a 6-pack. So.
Thank you.
Even a virtual version of me has a coolie that's too sensitive to take it, so I only give.
Yeah. There's a fun one of just big burly Kyle baby burden some jizz into little Joe and Vinny's mouths. Anyways, if you have questions for us, if you would like to see some of that AI art, don't, because
you made me go full De Niro there.
I don't believe in fucking AI art. It's bullshit. It was an April Fool's joke. Anyways, reach out to us, touch us, be interviewed by us, nerdaties@gmail.com, or ask us on your show. We'll be the interviewees.
Yeah, we haven't answered questions in a while.
Yeah. Go over to nerdaties.com or nerdaties.wixsite.com or whatever the fuck it is.
Something like that. Just Google Nerdaties. It's
gotta stop saying
the
that.
first one that pops up.
Such a waste of our time to even say that.
And that's the bit. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdies. NERDATIES. Buy shirts. They're pretty. Mike designs them. I pick the colors because it's what I can contribute. And then the end is near for Sinful Creations by Justin, because you didn't believe in it hard enough, and you let me down as a people, and now I had to go back to selling my body to the government.
Oh, it's not fun, is it?
Just when I thought I was out,
they pulled me back in. the redo of that movie is not bad. The original one was just awful. Check us out on youtube.com, youtube.com/nerdies. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things Nerdities. Remember to ring the bell to get notified when new content is coming, because new content is coming, especially on April 22nd, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be live again for Nerdities Trivia Night. Remember, there are audience participation prizes, and you have to be logged into your Google account or /YouTube account to play along. I came very close to winning last time. Very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yep. It's back to regular trivia, so it's a variety of questions that will be asked. We're not Disney themed this month.
But you know what is Disney themed? Season 2 of Nerdaties. Check that will be coming soon when we film that. End of this month, right?
You tell me, bro.
Oh, actually, yeah. End of this. I'm open at the end of this month. Complete, like the last weekend of this month is pretty freaking open.
The last weekend of this month, which is Easter.
No, the 25th, 26th, 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I can't fit any more shit into Easter weekend since
Yeah,
my D&D group was like, yeah, we could do D&D this Saturday the 20th or the 19th. I'm like, oh, okay, the night before Easter. It's not like I'm brunch for our family.
So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one because season 1 was a lot of fun. So season 2 is gonna be even better. It's
Probably film Star Wars one that weekend.
Yeah, that will actually drop on the May the 4th instead of like a month later. Oops. So yeah, 2025 is gonna be a fun year.
Halloween special.
We got Halloween, Christmas specials. There's the 100 greatest
games.
No, actors.
Wait, that's next year. No, what the fuck is this year?
Did
this
we
year,
do-
quotes.
Musical.
Yes.
Is it music?
I don't remember now.
It's quotes. It's
Quotes.
movie quotes. With a special guest who's going to be on that show.
Remember, we need money to do these things. That would make it a lot more fun and a lot more pleasing to the eye, and budget good. So remember, write to us a dirty. What?
100 greatest games things came because not only have Mike and I been so productive in writing the scripts for the Halloween and the Christmas special, because we're actually going to do all of it in one shot to make everybody's life easier at the end of the summer. But we announced what we're doing next year already. And it is for Halloween next year, we are adapting. What the fuck did we say we were doing?
Shit, now I can't remember. I hope you wrote it down.
It's in the group. It's in the group text. I can bring it up in a second. Someone stall.
Words, talking words.
Budget, money, crew and swoon.
Oh, yes. Halloween next year is the debut of Kyle's magnum opus on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
It is the Henri Puter story. Our Aldi's version of Harry Potter.
Oh.
And for Christmas next year, it is the Dark Grinch Returns.
Right, we're like Marvel. We're locking in dates a year in advance. Almost 2 years in advance at this point.
And next year's list show is the 100 greatest games of all time. That's video, board, physical play, sports, card tricks, games, just whatever games. Mind,
Body, soul.
So remember,
The
we need
opinion-
money.
Yeah. And the opinions of the Nerdities crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Bye-bye.
Fuck allergies.
Okay.